Really
they were
does.
jumping off the top ropes and slamming into each other in the middle. Like, that's some serious athleticism. Logan Paul actually does some wild.
He's really good.
He does some wild.
I tell him, both those kids are half tough.
Very tough.
Yeah. Take nothing away from them.
At first, Jake Paul gave off a strong sense of confidence and boasted about his capacity to defeat the great Mike Tyson in the boxing arena. His bluster was unrestrained as he showed a tangible desire to distinguish himself against the legend by trying to prove his worth and looking forward to competing against Tyson. Jake seized the stage with gusto, his bold declarations and unflinching confidence supported by his stellar pay-per-view sales record. In the middle of his wild ambitions, Jake's boxing career has been tarnished by critical remarks, especially about the kind of opponents he has faced. His losses, most notably against Tommy Fury, have taken the shine off his reputation in the boxing world. Even though Jake Paul had achieved significant victories over NBA players and other YouTubers, facing Tyson proved to be an unbeatable obstacle, highlighting the stark contrast between Jake Paul's aspirations and the brutal realities of the game. This moving contrast exposes the difficult road Jake must travel in his unwavering quest for boxing greatness. Each fight reveals not only his strengths but also the significant gaps in his experience and skill, underscoring the immense challenge of reaching the upper echelons of the sport. Jake revealed his training videos to the public, showing off how well prepared he was for the fight. He even used a famous remark from Muhammad Ali to make fun of Tyson, further stoking the excitement and controversy surrounding the event. Despite experts advising against the fight, Jake refused to back down, maintaining his bravado and determination. However, in a surprising turn of events, he made an unexpected announcement that he was ending the bout. Joe Rogan expressed obvious frustration upon hearing this news. Like many fans, Rogan was excited about the generational clash but was let down by Jake's withdrawal. Many saw Jake's withdrawal as an unavoidable admission that taking on Tyson would be a cruel,
YouTube people. I always tell people, just forget that Jake Paul is a YouTube guy and watch him box. Kid can fight, 100%. And that Tommy Fury fight really showed that. I mean, it goes to a split decision against a legit undefeated boxer.
Yeah. He doesn't, I'll tell you what, the one thing he doesn't want to do is fight Mike.
Maybe career-ending error, which is why it drew so much criticism. The disappointment was palpable among fans and analysts alike, who had been eager to see how Jake would fare against a boxing legend. This abrupt end to the much-anticipated fight highlighted the significant gap between Jake's confidence and the harsh realities of professional boxing, casting a shadow over his bold declarations and further igniting debates about his place in the sport. Joe Rogan responded to Jake's declaration during a podcast in a direct and contemptuous manner, pointing out how ridiculous Jake's initial challenge was. Rogan and others noted that Jake does not have Tyson's experience or tenacity to last through a fight like that.
He's 55. That's still Mike Tyson.
Mike's in good shape too.
Oh my God.
Mike trains every day.
He trains with Rafael Cordero, who's a legend in MMA. He runs King's Mixed Martial Arts. And Rafael is a fucking world-renowned trainer. When you see him holding the mitts for Tyson, and Tyson smashing the mitts, like, Jesus.
There was an obvious disparity in power and talent between an inexperienced boxer like Jake and a seasoned heavyweight champion like Tyson. Jake would be up against an enormous obstacle, as even other professional boxers and experts, like Roy Jones Jr., who has witnessed Tyson's strength firsthand, pointed out, attested to Tyson's raw power and tactical intelligence, reinforcing the idea that Jake is unprepared for such a challenge. Moreover, it was highlighted by renowned boxers who survived Tyson's strikes, including Evander Holyfield and Lennox Lewis, that Jake might not be able to withstand the same degree of trauma. Usyk's strong criticism, demanding Jake to stop boxing, strengthened the idea that Jake should reevaluate his professional decisions. In addition, Joe Rogan revealed some shocking information on Jake's boxing history.
He would leap in with left hooks and just starch people. He was so fast, man. People forgot, but I see your point. Like Evander bothers me. When I saw Evander, he boxed Vitor Belfort, got knocked down in the first round. I'm like, he does not need to be doing this. He's 60 years old. Like, this is crazy.
Implying that sustaining hits from somebody like Tyson might cause Jake to reconsider his entire path. Jake's subsequent retreat was perceived not just as a personal setback, but also as an egregious act of disrespect against Tyson, a legendary character in the history of the sport. When the dust settles from this intense exchange, one big question remains unanswered. Will Mike Tyson forgive Jake for what he considers to be a serious insult? Or will this fight plant the seeds for a bitter and contentious new chapter in boxing history? The boxing community is anxiously watching to see what Jake Paul will do next, and whether he will take the wise advice of longtime pros like Joe Rogan, who have urged caution and respect. The outcome of this situation could significantly influence Jake's future in the sport and shape the dynamics within the boxing world.